One day, your ancestors will invent the good life and then complain about it. So cool, science! Has anyone actually seen evolution? Well, that's a wicked cool question, and I got a wicked cool way of showing you how to see things change right before your eyes. You know, a lot like autocorrect. You know, changing the context of every conversation. Because today, I'm going to show you how to change one thing into another thing. You know, a lot like a mood swing. You know, loving everybody in the morning, hating everybody for breathing too loud. So go ahead and get yourself a picture or something flat, because today's all about copying. You know, like when you're on a rainforest walk and you go to answer your phone only to realize it was a parrot. Okay, so I'm going to be using a CD. And what you're going to do is take your object and you're going to make a copy of a copy, copy of a copy, copy of a copy, copy of a copy, copy of a copy. Oh yeah, and of course, I'm going to be doing this for like 50 generations. So what do you think a picture of a CD would look like 50 generations later? Well, take a look at this. Whoa, now check that out. We changed the original picture. It doesn't look like the CD anymore. Just imagine if it was like 100 copies or like 1,000 copies. It looked nothing like the CD. We wouldn't even be able to recognize it when it started. So, why is it that the image of the CD changes? And what does it have to do with, well, how evolution, well, works? Well, don't look at me. Take a closer look at this. When most people think of evolution, they often think of organisms changing from one organism into a completely different one, such as fish evolving into amphibians and then evolving into reptiles. Although macroevolutionary changes take millions of years, microevolutionary changes prove macroevolution is 100% accurate, such as with fruit flies, which have such short life cycles that scientists can observe changes over a few months or even a few years. An experiment was conducted where fruit flies were placed in different environmental conditions. Each group adapted to the new environmental conditions that they were subjected to. When each of the groups were mixed back together, they were not able to mate with a member from a different group. The flies didn't change into a different organism altogether, but they did change enough to make them a separate species. Thus, evolution has been observed, proving natural selection, adaptations, as well as diversification of species. Every homosapian that has ever lived shares the same mother, and her genes are still in you right now 150,000 years later. So now you know more about species diversification. You know, being able to observe tiny changes right at home is why science is so progressive.